following match is scheduled to be your Royal Rumble main event. That's right, the road to WrestleMania begins right now with the Royal Rumble pay-per-view. And today, the 4RWF is going to give you its predictions to this year's Royal Rumble. But we're going to do it a little differently than most prediction shows. Not only are we going to give you what we want, we're going to give you what we think the WWE is going to do and what the WWE should do. So without further ado, let's begin with our first match. The New Day versus the Usos for the Tag Team Championship of the World. Now don't get me wrong, this feud between the New Day and the Usos has been going on for a little bit. And it's been a very good interaction between the two teams. But I feel a little slighted because this should be the Lucha Dragons. But with Sin Cara's injury, you need to throw another tag team in there, and who better than the Usos, especially coming off that TLC possibly match of the year that those three teams had. Now, speaking of the match of the year, let's not go overboard and think that this is going to top it. Actually, contrary to that, I believe this is not going to live anywhere near up to the expectation that that TLC match had. And it's going to affect it, not saying that this is going to be a bad match. I think this is going to be possibly one of the best matches of the night, considering one of the other matches of this night, but I'll get into that in a second. So who do I think is going to win? Well, I hope the New Day wins and keeps this feud going just a little bit longer until Sin Cara gets healthy and we can have the Lucha Dragons back. Who do we think the WWE is going to have win? Well, the New Day, because you really can't squash the type of excitement that this tag team has brought back to the tag team division. Something we haven't seen in a long time, possibly since the Hardys, Edge and Christian, the Dudleys were doing their own crazy TLC type matches. Now, what should happen? The New Day wins, but not cleanly. Let's be honest, having the titles on the New Day and having the Usos or another face team challenged for the titles is what's best for business. Have them lose here, not cleanly, have a Fastlane pay-per-view where something happens again, and then make some special stipulations between the New Days and the Usos at WrestleMania where disqualifications changes belts, where it's 3-on-2, where it's whatever, but have the feud end at WrestleMania and bring legitimacy back to the tag team division that we've been missing for so long. Charlotte versus Becky Lynch for the WWE Divas title. Okay, hear me out. Hear me out before you guys start writing in the comments very negative about me. I am all for give Divas a chance. Wholeheartedly for it. I get it. I want to go back to the days where it was Trish Stratus versus Lita at WrestleMania, such a great match. Alundra Blaze, Wendy Richter, all those great diva matches, female wrestling matches. I do. But this isn't the match. I know people are saying that this isn't some throwaway filler divas match, but to me it kind of feels like it is. I mean, Becky Lynch and Charlotte have had 2 matches. Charlotte's won both. You're turning Charlotte more into her father than giving her her own identity. To me, this seems like the match that you go use the bathroom break on a Royal Rumble pay-per-view. I want this match to be good. I really do. But I just have a feeling it's going to be a filler match. It's going to be good, but it's not going to be great. It's not going to be what this Give Divas a Chance movement is all about. Who I think is going to win? Charlotte. Who the WWE is probably going to have win? Charlotte. What the WWE should do is cause Charlotte to win, and I know I said this with the New Day, but have Ric Flair interfere. Have somebody, one of Ric Flair's rivals, come down and prevent Flair from interfering again, give Charlotte the win from the distraction of Becky, and culminate this match into something more. I mean, there wasn't that much of a build-up. This thing was announced on Monday Night Raw a week before the pay-per-view. You had no build-up. You had no excitement. This is what the WWE needs to do if they want to give divas a chance. With Lita and Trish, there was always an excitement, always a build-up, something to leading to that. Chyna in the women's division, there was always a build-up to keep her as champion. Wendy Richter, Alundra Blaze, Medusa. I know Alundra Blaze and Medusa are the same person, but go with me on this. There was always a build-up. There was always something pushing to take it to the next step. Nowadays, the divas are just like, oh, this is the best diva here. She's just going to go through everyone until we decide who's next to be the best diva ever. Have something different. Have something bigger. I mean, nothing against Charlotte trying to be her father, but she ain't no Ric Flair. Dean Ambrose versus Kevin Owens for the Intercontinental Championship in a last man standing. Can't you guys tell I'm excited about this match? I mean, this is what I'm talking about when you have a build-up to a match. I mean, this feud started back in Survivor Series when Dean Ambrose defeated Kevin Owens. And, I mean, that match at TLC was one of the better matches this year. I'm enjoying this because it's giving these two characters, these two superstars, the future of the business, a chance to tell a story and do it properly. And what better way than at the Royal Rumble in a last man standing match. This is not going to be a technical match. You have Kevin Owens, the prize fighter, versus the lunatic fringe Dean Ambrose. There is going to be no technicality. If you want a technical match, turn on the WWE Network and watch one of the best technical matches ever. I don't care which one you choose. But this one's going to be a knockdown, drag-out brawl. Oh, it's going to be great. And in my opinion, it's probably going to steal the show this year. Now, who do I think is going to win? Dean Ambrose. Hands down, no question. My opinion, Dean Ambrose. I think the WWE is also going to give Dean Ambrose the win. But what the WWE should do, Dean Ambrose, clean victory. That's it. End the feud here. It's a last man standing match. Let it be a last match between the two. If you give the win to Kevin Owens, you're going to have to give Dean a title shot at Fastlane. If he wins at Fastlane, you're going to have to give Kevin Owens a title shot at WrestleMania. But how about this? Give Dean the victory. Let Kevin Owens move up and try for the heavyweight title. Let Dean feud with someone for 2 months and then end that feud at WrestleMania, giving the belt to whoever he's feuding with, and then have Dean go for the heavyweight title after WrestleMania. It's what's best for business, and it's giving some of the new up-and-coming wrestlers a chance to show what they can do. Finally, the 30-man elimination Royal Rumble match. Alright guys, I'm not gonna lie, I was really excited about this match 2 weeks ago. Because at this point, I try to stay off dirt sheets, I try to stay away from spoilers, I try to stop reading the behind-the-scenes stuff, and was really excited because for the first time in a long time, I had no idea who was going to win the Royal Rumble and go to WrestleMania. And then Vince had to go and ruin it. I'm sorry. To me, the road to WrestleMania has always started at the Royal Rumble because the winner of the Royal Rumble goes to challenge the champion at WrestleMania. It's the beginning of the road, and you throw Roman Reigns in it. You throw Roman Reigns to defend his title. Yay. It kind of takes away the excitement of it. It kind of takes away the excitement of the Royal Rumble. That's what the Royal Rumble is. Who's going to win? Remember as years past where it was like, oh my gosh, who's going to win? And out of nowhere, Shawn Michaels wins for the first time. Yeah, hindsight, we knew Shawn Michaels would be the greatest wrestler ever. Go watch my last video. I will defend that. But you never knew who was going to win until like last year with Roman, we all knew, and Batista the previous year. It's been predictable. This year, you had the chance for that unpredictability, and you throw Roman in there. I mean, who do I want to win the Royal Rumble? I want Bray Wyatt. Let's be honest about this. If Bray Wyatt wins, and you have who I think is going to challenge for the belt if Bray Wyatt wins, I'll get to that in a second, you will have 2 months up until WrestleMania for these amazing Bray Wyatt promos with the WWE title. It's going to be great. Now, who he would feud with up to then? Why not Brock Lesnar? You have Brock Lesnar versus Bray Wyatt at WrestleMania. You give Brock Lesnar his #1 contendership, if he beats the entire Wyatt family minus Bray at Fastlane. You give Roman the title shot at Fastlane to lose to Bray. That way you set up a Bray Wyatt Brock Lesnar. You set up the Beast Incarnate versus the family, and it gives a chance for us to introduce Abigail. But that's a long shot. It's not going to happen. Who the WWE probably wants to win? Brock Lesnar. How is Brock Lesnar going to win? Triple H is going to enter the Rumble and cause Roman Reigns his title. Roman Reigns #1. He's not going to go from 1 to 30. As much as the WWE wants to say that there was 3 #1s and really only mentioned 2, it's not going to happen. Now, what the WWE should do? Take Roman out of the Royal Rumble. Here's what we do. This past week on Raw, it was Roman face-to-face with Brock Lesnar. Take both of them out of the Rumble, because that's what Paul Heyman wants, him out of the Rumble, and make the match Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns for the heavyweight title at the Royal Rumble, and then have your 30-man Royal Rumble be the winner going to WrestleMania to face the champ. And that's what I think should happen. That's what the WWE should do. Now that we talked about the Rumble and who we think is going to win, let's talk about surprise entrants. It's one of my favorite parts of the Royal Rumble, waiting to see who's coming up, whether it's RVD, Edge, John Cena. Yeah, I wasn't too excited about that surprise entrant last time. Diesel, Mr. Perfect, whatever it is, I might have a few predictions on who this year's surprise entrants will be. Let's start off with the obvious one. AJ Styles. I know, crazy! The Bullet Club coming to the WWE. Well, AJ Styles coming to the WWE. Everyone else go to NXT first. This is going to be exciting because we finally get to see what AJ Styles can do outside of TNA in a WWE ring. Don't get me wrong, AJ Styles in Ring of Honor and over in New Japan has been great, but it's now time to see what he can do in the WWE that's not Velocity or Heat. Who else can there be? Let's see. My personal favorite, and I hope these rumors are true, we get to see the return of Jeff Hardy. I know. I've preached about bringing younger talents and giving younger talent a shot and, moving the old dogs out and putting the new dogs in, but let's have Jeff Hardy come back. If we get Jeff Hardy back, Matt's going to come back, and then we could revitalize the tag division even more. Make that the Fastlane team that New Day faces, why they feud with someone else. Let's make it exciting. Let's bring Jeff back. And of course, my third one, Triple H. As I mentioned on what the WWE is probably going to do with the Royal Rumble, is Triple H is going to enter number 30 and eliminate Roman Reigns, and Brock Lesnar will get the win. Simple as that. It's nothing flashy. It's nothing spectacular. Triple H has only been really gone for about a month now, and he even appeared on NXT, so there's really no surprise, but it will still be a surprise entrance since he's the COO of the WWE, and really he's not a full-time wrestler anymore. And those are the 4 RWF Royal Rumble predictions. Now, granted, as always, cards are subject to change. So follow us on Twitter at 4RealWFans, and we'll do live predictions if there's a new match added or match taken away. Until next time, thank you for watching. I'm Latino Loco at the 4RWF, the place for real wrestling fans.